Good morning. It is I, Tony. It is New Comic Book Day, live from Robot Zero Comics in downtown Geneva, scenic, beautiful downtown Geneva, Ohio. We are live here at Robot Zero Comics. We are located at 23 West Main Street in Geneva, Ohio. We're right next door to Old Familiar Ways, and in between Old Familiar Ways and Lisa Summers. She's a lawyer. Her lawyer's office is to our west. Old Familiar Ways is to our east. A little further east, just two doors down, is Honeybee's Restaurant. And then to the west, we have the Alibi Bar and Grill. And right behind me, we have Clark Kent, son of Kal-El, my buddy. Here to co-host with me, New Comic Book Day. Patrick, what's up? Rand, what's happening, buddy? Rand, we're still waiting for those comics from CGC. I'm sorry, CGC is really backed up right now. And they're raising prices again on January 18th. And now they're charging my dealer account at one time was free. Now they are charging me for it. So price increases for everybody. So it is New Comic Book Day. This is Robot Zero Comics. We're located on the northwest corner where routes 534 and 20 meet. Just catty corner to the green clock tower right there at the intersection in Geneva, Ohio. So it was a little bit of a lighter week. Some good stuff came out, but a lighter week. We'll get into it right now. We've got one of my favorite things this week is Star Wars High Republic, Eye of the Storm, first appearances, origin story in that book. That was kind of cool. We have the origin story of the next Joker in Gotham, Future State Gotham. Is it number 9? Yes, number 9. Had to check that out. I was going to say number 9, but didn't want to get it wrong. Anyways, we'll jump into it here. From Jason Aaron and Marvel, we've got King Conan number 2. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries. I really enjoyed his previous Conan. Jason Aaron started it out. He knows the character well. He knows how to write that fantasy world. He knows how to write the brute that is Conan in the Marvel way, not necessarily as his creator had intended. That stuff's a little bit more adult, but can be found over at Ablaze Comics. We've got a ton of the Sumerian, very short miniseries, like 2-3 issues long, detailing the original stories of Conan as they were intended, almost word for word. So pretty cool stuff there. Then we have Dark Ages number 4 of 5 by Tom Taylor. If you don't know who Tom Taylor is, if you remember Deceased, that is an excellent story that was over at DC where it's basically their version of Marvel Zombies. Really great stuff that happened there. He did 3 or 4 miniseries, Tom Taylor did, of Deceased. Now he's doing Dark Ages, and I believe he's now on an exclusive contract with DC Comics. He's also writing the Son of Kal-El Superman, where we have an older John Kent now has taken over as Superman, has come out as bisexual. It's in the 6th issue. Actually, we have bundles of the first 6. Some of them are second or third printings, but we have that first full run of Superman Son of Kal-El. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. What track I'm on is the Tom Taylor track, and you should get on the Tom Taylor train, which resides on the Tom Taylor tracks. Tom Taylor, great writer, wrote a lot of Injustice too. If you've enjoyed Injustice at all over at DC, the comic that tells more stories behind the game, Tom Taylor is responsible for a lot of that as well. We've got the last issue of the Darkhawk miniseries this week. We've got the 3rd issue of the Kate Bishop Hawkeye miniseries. If you've been reading that, I think it's going to go 5 issues. If you want to jump in, come on in. The water's great. I think we've got all 3 issues so far. Let us know. We can make sure you get signed up for issue 4. One of my favorite heroes in the Marvel Universe and soon to be on Disney Plus. We've got Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel. Number 2, I believe, also a 5 or 6 there. We've got One Shot, Marvel Voices Heritage, Native American. Got a really nice David Mack cover there. I believe that's Echo on the cover. We all know her from the Hawkeye series. She made her television MCU debut here recently. Got a really nice Peach Momoko tribute to Amazing Fantasy 15, Jack Kirby cover. It looks like it takes place in either Chinatown or Japan. I'm guessing Japan. given Peach Momoko's Japanese heritage. I wanted to say Chinatown because they could be in New York City. I'm not sure. But again, that could be, I don't know the languages and how they're written, so that could very well be Japanese there. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. What we have here is a really great cover by Peach Momoko and a great story. Ben Reilly is the focus of the current Amazing Spider-Man run. He is under contract with the Beyond Corporation, and he's pushing himself to new limits. He's also has a psychiatrist to make sure he does not go insane, which is all good things. But the Beyond Corporation is up to something else, something a little bit more nefarious, and we still haven't gotten there yet. But it's you feel it just around the corner. But it's been a great story so far. It comes out 3 times a month, so the creative teams are changing, but they've done an excellent job of keeping that storyline consistent, keeping the art consistent. Bravo to Marvel. 3 times a month is a lot, and they have handled it well. We've got Spider-Woman number 18. This is a Devil Reigns tie-in. If you've not read Devil's Reign, pick it up. It is so good. We've got issues 1 and 2. It's going to be a 5-issue miniseries. I just got done reading the Superior 4. If you saw the last issue, the second issue of Devil's Reign, you saw that Otto Octavius has now gained access to Reed Richards' multidimensional portal, and he is bringing in different versions of himself from different universes. In this issue, he brings in a Otto Banner, Incredible Hulk, an Otto Howlett, which is, Wolverine, and then an Otto Blaze, a Johnny Blaze, Doc Ock is also, they are the Superior 4. It is Otto Banner, Otto Howlett, and Otto Blaze, and Otto Octavius. All of them have some type of extra arms. They're all variants of the Prime Otto Octavius and Earth 616. So we have multi-dimensional Doc Ocks that are Hulk, Johnny Blaze, and Wolverine. Pretty cool. It's fun. And it's funny to read how much Dr. Otto Octavius thinks he's so wonderful, too. I just love the ego that the villain has. It's pretty funny. Then we have Star Wars action figure cover with Warwick. Warwick the Ewok on the cover is the action figure. Star Wars 20. This was a cool issue. I believe this will begin to tie into the Crimson Reign run, the miniseries overall. But this issue you have, so this run of Star Wars takes place after The Empire Strikes Back. So Luke is been trained by Yoda, and now he's kind of training himself, trying to learn the way of the Jedi, educating himself. So he learns that there are, he finds a holocron, it's Yoda's. Yoda explains that how the Force works in waves and how it's stronger in some areas. And he finds out that it's stronger. Obviously, we know Jedha, the planet, and then the lake of Ozarian. I'm sorry, it's a planet with a lake name. I apologize, I can't remember the name right now. Let's see here. There we have the holocron Yoda. It's camped out here, listening to the word of that. So he goes to this planet, Luke does, and it's a living planet, kind of like Ego, but it's not just one sentient being. It looks like a planet of mushrooms when he gets there, and it swallows him whole, and he finds out that through this gentleman here, excuse me, 1 second. I think his name is, let's see. He's pretty arrogant. Elzar Mann. So this is the first appearance of a Jedi from the High Republic named Elzar Mann. Hey, David. And Luke learns that this planet will basically record his mind, kind of like the Matrix. So it'll have a recording of his mind from this place and time. David, are you going to be here for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
You don't have it, don't worry about it.
I think I do. I think I have a checkbook here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just check back with me before you leave. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Hey, everyone, that was my landlord, David. If you need somewhere to stay, I'll give you his number. He's a good guy. Anyways, this planet will record his mind. And that's what the character that was just introduced in this book, his mind was recorded from the time he visited the planet. Luke steps off. He's walking across these mushrooms. He's swallowed in. His oxygen mask is taken off. He goes into this like coma-like state where he starts seeing all these other Jedi. You can see Qui-Gon Jinn, I can't remember her first name, but Chris from the High Republic as well. Yoda, Obi-Wan, he sees all these people. They've all visited this planet at one time. This planet is also off the charts completely. The Empire is not aware of this planet. It knows about Jedi. It does not know about the strength of the force strength of this planet. So pretty cool story. Definitely check it out for yourself. I only have a couple of copies of that left. We also have Star Wars Bounty Hunters 20 with a cool Lucasfilm 50th anniversary cover there. And then we have Star Wars The High Republic, Eye of the Storm. So you know that they've been pushing the High Republic pretty big. The High Republic took place hundreds of years before the Phantom Menace. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. It's when the Jedi ruled completely. There were thousands upon thousands of Jedi that ruled the galaxy. Some agreed with how they ran things. Some did not. They did the best that they could to protect the people of the galaxy and the universe. And in this story, we have one of the villains during that time were the Nihil, which were spelled Nihil. And the leader of the Nihil, or one of the more silent leaders, is the Eye of the Storm. And we learn about Asgar and his mother, Shauna, in this book. They don't survive this story, but Asgar's son does, and he is now currently the Eye of the Nihil. And you learn his story about how he got there and where he is going. The Nihil are going to take a big part up of the New Republic once these television shows start on Disney Plus. The High Republic shows starts. I believe the Nihil will be the villain of the show, and we may see a lot of these characters on there. Charles Soule is writing this, and he is essentially the architect. He writes a ton of Star Wars stuff that later becomes canon. Actually, all of the Star Wars comic books are canon, but rather you see some of the things he's created have made it to the bigger screen, or soon to be to the bigger screen. But a really cool story, big part of Star Wars history is being written right now by Charles Soule, and it's pretty cool. This book isn't exciting. It's not super exciting. You're learning a lot of history in this book, so. Like I said, there's some first appearances in this as well, but I think it's cool to learn Star Wars history, so I enjoyed it a lot. We've got The Thing number 3. So do we have another cover? No, we don't. This is the only cover we have of that. 5-issue miniseries. This has been a lot of fun to read. If you like The Thing, if you like Marvel Comics, if you just want to read something with your kids, you want to know a little bit more about the Fantastic Four and who the Thing is, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun to read. I've enjoyed it immensely. I love Ben Grimm. He's just a dude, and he just wants to take it easy. He just wants the villains to shut up, mind their own business, and be good people. And if they're not, he's going to come looking for you, and it's going to be clobbering time. Ben Grimm is very much, what you see is what you get. When he says what he means, and he means what he says, and I just really enjoy this book. It's a lot of fun to read. We've got X-Men Legends number 10. These are stories that take place during the 90s X-Men, so it's a lot of fun to read these stories that were, quote, like Lost in Time, kind of. That's what the symbiote Spider-Man stories do as well. They go back to that time when Spider-Man had the black costume. This goes back to the time of the 90s. And tells you stories from that time period that we did not, they are canon, they are part of continuity, but they're just being created now, and they were being placed in that time period. We've got Marauders number 27. We've got some new manga, Lovesick Ellie. This is more for like 16 plus. It's definitely not for little kids. It's a little bit more mature, so definitely not for kids, but for young adults. And adults as well. Then we have Batgirls number 2. This is a ton of fun. This is in my stack of stuff to read. I read number 1, really enjoyed it. If you like these characters whatsoever, they're all teaming up together now. You've got Batgirl, Batwoman, and I believe and Oracle, Stephanie, are all, not Stephanie, I apologize. My brain, I need more coffee, more covfefe. Anyways, the artwork is very cute. It goes along with the story. If you have young ones at home that are interested in these characters whatsoever, definitely check this book out. It's exciting. It's been a lot of fun. They've moved into this new place together, and they're trying to lay low. In the first issue, they didn't necessarily do that. They may have brought some unwanted attention to them, and I really enjoyed the artwork in this book as well. I don't enjoy all these ads, DC. What the hell, on every page, man? There we go. There's a nice 2-page spread. But I do enjoy the artwork, and the story is a lot of fun. Becky Cloonan, I do enjoy her writing. She was writing Wonder Woman recently. She still may be. She's written Wolverine in the past. She's been worked for Marvel, DC. She is a veteran writer. We've got Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. If you want to pick, these are each a single story. You can pick one up and enjoy it. This is issue 10 of 12. And then we have Detective Comics number 1048. This is a first appearance of a Dr. Ocean, I believe. This is the second part of a 12-part weekly series going on at DC. This is the second part of, let's see, The Tower, Part 2. That is the story, and I do believe it's definitely going to include Harley Quinn. If you're a Harley fan at all, this is going to be a Harley Quinn type of story. Artwork is insane. Who we have on art here? Ivan Reis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you see Ivan Reis's name, you know you're going to get some good artwork. That's a Lee Bermejo variant cover. On cardstock, we've got I Am Batman number 5 of 6. Batman Urban Legend number 11. Gotham, the origin of the next Joker, Future State Gotham number 9. Harley Quinn, the animated series, Eat, Bang, Kill Tour number 5 of 6. That is directly taken from the HBO Max miniseries. The Justice League versus the League of Superheroes, the Legion of Superheroes, my bad. Also a first appearance, the Legion of Lanterns, Golden Lanterns, I believe, make their first appearance there. We've got Batman and Robin and Batman number 3, detailing Dick Grayson's very, very early years, almost immediately right after he was brought in from the circus to work with Bruce Wayne. He doesn't even have his own costume yet at the beginning of this book. That's how new Dick Grayson is. We also have this week, Who Sparked the Montgomery Bus Boycott? Rosa Parks. This is an awesome little book, little graphic novel to teach you about history and what happened during the Montgomery bus boycott when Rosa Parks sat at the front of the bus. Then we have Animal Castle number 1. Number 2 comes out next week. This is a second print of number 1. Fantastic story, heart-wrenching story. Basically have a bull that rules over all the other animals. He has a dog army. And then I think you have some geese and ducks that are rebelling. There's a food shortage, and they are not having it. They want their food. The whole point is that they produce food for everyone. The bull and the dog army collects it and keeps it and is in charge of it, so that when they ration all the food, so that way nothing is short. Well, it comes time to collect the food, and what do you know? They're short when they should not be. The animals are not happy with how the bull is running things, but he lets them know that he's in charge, and these dogs are not. It's a great story. Definitely check it out. I'm not going to go any further. Then we have issue 15, a really cool Mothman cover for the Department of Truth, number 15. And I believe this is going to be the origin of the Lady in Red. Oh, pretty cool. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, we do have Volume 1 in stock for $9.99. Essentially, the idea is the Department of Truth is a government agency that oversees conspiracy theories and makes sure that they either become real or they don't become real. It depends on what benefits they provide, these conspiracy theories. And they take on all the popular conspiracy theories. For a few issues, they went into Sasquatch, Bigfoot. So yeah, a lot of fun there. And then we have Grim Spotlight on Hellchild. If you ever were interested in Zenoscope, and the character of Hellchild, this is your perfect chance to jump in, see just a one-shot, see what it's all about. A lot of fighting monsters, as you can see on this cover. She's got a barbed wire bracelet on. She is a badass. Pretty cool, fun book to read. From Mark Millar, I have to admit, I made a mistake, and I missed out on issue 1, but we do have issue 2 of The King of Spies. Mark Millar, the comic book hitmaker, his new series at Image Comics. We have Last Session number 2, and this is about a D&D group accepting a new player and in their campaign, and the way it's all done is being told through their D&D campaign, which is fun. So they onboard a new character or a new person in the group in this adventure, and might be a little bit of oil and water at first. They may not mix very well. We've got The Maniac of New York, number 2 from Aftershock Comics. We have number 1 in stock. We've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This isn't number 84 if they'd continued the numbering. This is actually I believe this is Mighty Morphin. Yeah, Mighty Morphin number 15. This is the Elitarian War. And then we have the regular main cover right there. We also have a 1 in 10 and a 1 per store. We've got Nick's number 3. We've got Joe Hill's new comic over at Image, Rain, featuring some cool monsters, mysteries, and other fun stuff. If you're at all familiar with Joe Hill stuff, son of Stephen King, Hill House Comics over at DC, definitely the acorn did not fall far from the tree. That's for sure. And he did it all on his own. He didn't take his dad's name. He took a pen name and he was like, I'm going to do this by myself. I'm going to show you that I am just as talented as my dad, but don't need my dad's help, which I thought was pretty cool. Robin Hood, Home Sweet Home, number 1 miniseries. Another chance to check out a cool character from the Zenoscope universe. Robin Hood is one of the best. Female Robin Hood, kind of like Hawkeye, Green Arrow type of character. Scorched number 1, Spawn Scorched, The Scorched, from Todd McFarlane and Image Comics. Again, Todd has 8 bajillion covers. We're just missing 1 right now. But Todd himself had a couple really nice covers. Brett Booth, Mark Silvestri, come on. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog, Imposter Syndrome number 2. I believe this is of a 4 or 5 issue miniseries. So if you wanted to read some Sonic, you can jump in and out real quick. Stillwater number 12. Star Wars The High Republic Adventures number 12. Stillwater 12. Vampiverse number 5. And then We Ride Titans number 1 from Vault Comics. This is going to go up on the wall for one of the picks of the week. Enjoyed this. We have a young woman who has an alcoholic brother. So it's dealing a lot with family and addiction. But it's all set in a world where kaiju are real. It's a normal occurrence for a kaiju to appear and try to rip up a city. And it's just as normal for that city to have, We Ride Titans, to have gigantic mechs to defend against these kaiju that show up. So we have that setting, futuristic world, kaiju are real, they attack cities normally. Governments, the national government military is set up with mechs to defend against the kaiju. One of the subplots is going to be that these federally governed mechs are now going to fall to the local governments. So rather than here, our federal government protecting us on our shores, that would mean Ashtabula County may have their own mech and be in charge of the maintenance and, the pilots and whatnot. In this case, this family has piloted and protected New Hyperion for hundreds upon hundreds of years. Their family has used this one particular mech, I can't remember its name right now, to protect New Hyperion from kaiju. Right now, this young lady is a car mechanic. She owns her own garage. Her brother is the pilot of the mech, and he is come on in, guys. Just give me a second. He's an alcoholic and is struggling to protect New Hyperion. All right. All right. Anyways, wherever you're at, visit your local comic shop like Comic Book City in Madison, Ohio.
Hey, Tony,
What's up, guys? How's it going? So it's a new comic book day wherever you are. Make sure to visit your local comic shop. It's the best day to be there.